Hello, I'm Blessing Bruce.
Hi, my guys. My name is Jael Osiro.
Hi, I'm Margaret Swin.
Hi, I'm Daisy Achim.
Hi, I'm Joshua Barana.
And we are from
Smart Children Club in Child Space Organization.
We are here to speak about a menace that has been the daily report in various media houses, radio, and internet.
It is all about the physical, sexual, and psychological maltreatment or neglect of children, which is also called child abuse.
Recently, especially during this holiday, we noticed that the number of child abuse cases have increased. As we all know, the rate of child abuse is at 40%.
Guys, did you know that 300 million children between the age of 2 to 4 years are victims of physical and sexual abuse? Also, 120 million girls are victims of sexual abuse.
To add on that, globally, it is estimated that 1 billion children suffer sexual, emotional, and physical maltreatment, and also 40,150 homicide deaths are due to child maltreatment. But before that, some of the children may not know the various forms of abuse, of child abuse. So we would like to know which are these various forms of child abuse, Joshua?
For one, we have neglect. This is when the child feels by themselves. The parent does not care what the child does at all, whether he eats, sleeps, or dies, so long as it does not harm the parent's feelings. The parent does not care or does not even really want to know what the child is doing. So the child feels depression, loneliness, and these two feelings can lead even to suicide.
Just to add on that, we have sexual abuse. This is whereby a child is being touched in an appropriate manner, and this does not make them feel comfortable. Just as I said earlier, globally, 120 million girls are victims of sexual abuse, and this number is increasing as generation by generation.
Yeah, other than that, we have also emotional abuse. And this type of abuse has scientifically been proven that is the most common, that is really affecting most of the children, the teenagers. This is whereby, like, you find a girl or a boy, someone who has been always so jovial, happy, suddenly becomes sad. This is because of maybe the punishment, or maybe those some serious stuffs that are not pleasing, that maybe is passed to them by their guardians or even parents, which is not right.
In addition to that, we have physical harassment. Many children incur this type of harassment through their parents or caregivers. This type of harassment is when the parent is torturing the child by caning them or beating them in a very, very bad way.
Um, all the forms that you've mentioned, we have one which is unique, and this is the online child abuse, or also known as cyber molestation. It can occur in various forms such as cyberbullying, grooming, and sexual abuse. Okay, now that we've known the various forms of child abuse, I assume that many children who didn't know the various forms, they have the knowledge of the various forms of child abuse. But we want to know about the causes of child abuse. What is this that causes child abuse? Joshua, do you know?
This is when the person's parents or guardians or whoever is taking care of them has also experienced a form of child abuse. Their parents used to cane them until they would almost cry to death. They would be beaten, scorned, or another type of mental child abuse. Most of the time, they feel as if their children should also experience what they felt when they were young, therefore making them feel very, uh, therefore making their children feel very sad and depressed. Therefore, because their parents also went through the same thing.
In addition to that, in accordance to me, one of the causes is lack of parental guidance. Like right now in our generation, most of our parents, I don't think they're that much caring like the older days. Like hereby you might find that so many parents right now are really focused on their jobs, their work, and even they don't think of the well-being of their children. I'm not speaking from experience, but from what I've seen in my society, like some of the children are just being left outside without food. The parents doesn't care. So I think as a girl, it is not good, by the way. So to the parents outside there, please look into these issues. Love your children because you're the one who brought us into this world.
Just to add on what Jael has said, poor parental skills is also another cause of child abuse. Just as he had said, some parents believe that the use of excessive physical force to discipline their children is the best solution, yet it keeps the child to have a large hole in their hearts. And also, to say another cause is the parents who might use drugs and substance abuse, they may fail to reach their children's expectation, and this makes the children feel neglected.
Okay. Wow. Now that you know about some of the causes of child abuse, and if you have noticed, guys, it's just focused around the parents. So, what can we do now? What can we tell the parents? What can we do to prevent child abuse? What can we do to lower the rate? What can we do, Bruce?
To my understanding, I think it's better that our parents um, should not pass on what they have passed in the they have gone through in the past, because if you pass on, because this thing will never end if you continue passing on from generation to generation. In my understanding, I think the parents should be given guidance and should be given skills on how to treat children.
We also have non-governmental organizations. They can volunteer and teach people of the community the importance of loving children and the dangers of abusing children and also the consequences.
Yeah, let us not just rely on blaming the parents because not all parents in the world are rude and ruthless, right? So even like most of there are some kids who are living with those who are not related to them, yeah. Maybe they've been picked from the streets, and then someone offered to help them, but in the process they change their mind and then they start now abusing the kids. So to such people also don't do that because children are a blessing to the world, aren't we?
Yeah.
We are a blessing to the world. So we need it to be well taken care of.
And if we can use the prevention that we have discussed here, maybe the rate of child abuse will reduce from the 40% or maybe to a certain lower percentage by next year. So, in case any child experiences any form of abuse, either sexual, physical, emotional, spiritual, cultural, online child abuse, we have somewhere we can report to. And this is by calling the child line 116.
And together, let's end child abuse.
And also not to forget, target 16.2 of Agenda 2030, Sustainable Development to end abuse exploitation. Yeah, thank you.
Child Space Organization
Committed to holistic child development.